In a ring pulsating with excitement, two formidable teams square off for an epic six-man tag team clash. On one side, the villainous Blackjack, Lanza, and Jesse the Body Ventura, joined by the powerful Ken Patera, emerge from the shadows. Across the ring, the charismatic Rick Martel stands tall, flanked by the Highflyers, a tag team soaring to new heights. They comprise the enigmatic Greg Gagne, and the athletic Jim Brunzell. Patera and Martel step into the ring, ready for action. In their initial lockup, Patera effortlessly pushes Martel off and takes a moment to strike a pose, displaying his strength. However, Martel is not one to be underestimated. They lock up once more, but this time Martel executes an impressive arm drag not once but twice, clearly showing his determination to become the future AWA champion. The crowd starts chanting "Jesse sucks" as he stands at the apron portraying the role of a notorious heel. It's quite ironic considering he hails from San Diego but speaks as if he's from Minnesota. Their lockup resumes and Martel goes for a side headlock, applying great pressure. He shows no signs of letting up as he continues to exert dominance in the ring. Grappling and driving, Patera shoves off Martel, but the agile babyface counters with a lightning fast leapfrog and arm drag, showcasing the quick striking prowess of 80s wrestling. Tagging in, Brunzell draws attention with his strikingly high cheekbones, even eclipsing the legendary Ron Trongard's. The battle continues as Patera attempts to catch a breather by grabbing the ropes, only to be caught and spun around for an atomic drop. Brunzell's hometown of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, is mentioned, highlighting his status as an outstanding young athlete. Finally, the tag is made to Ventura, bringing a new dimension to the contest. During an interview, Ventura casually mentioned that his preferred hairdresser is none other than Opal Gardner from Pine Valley. This revelation left me perplexed. Opal Gardner, who played a beauty salon owner on the soap opera All My Children back in 1983, seems like an unlikely choice for Ventura. It made me wonder if Ron Trongard, who seemingly enjoys his soap operas, shouldn't look any further than the wrestling ring, where he can find his fix right before his eyes. How ironic. Just as these thoughts crossed my mind, a tag brings out none other than Greg Gagne, my own son. Initially, it appeared that Greg had the potential to set this territory ablaze and carry on the tradition. However, his erratic behavior and extravagant movements quickly changed my opinion, leaving me astounded by his foolishness. He swiftly strikes Ventura's knee as Brunzell holds him, then proceeds to sit on the injured knee and goes for a near fall. Ventura retaliates by hoisting him up in a fireman's carry and shifting him into the enemy's territory, where they all join forces against Greg Gagne, restraining him in place until Blackjack Lanza is tagged in. It's typical of my son Greg, always finding himself in challenging situations. Gagne counters by delivering powerful elbows off the ropes, momentarily staggering Lanza. However, Lanza regains control and relentlessly attacks with punches from all angles, attempting to charge at Gagne. In the corner, he is suddenly stopped and overwhelmed by Gagne's swift counterstrikes. Lanza is inadvertently thrown into Brunzell, leading to an exaggerated bump from Brunzell, despite not having been hit. It almost appears as if he's lost in a world of fantasy, distracted by thoughts of unicorns and birthday cake. Martel, the young and fresh-faced competitor, steps into the ring in St. Paul. At one point, Gagne expertly applies an armbar, and Trongard acknowledges the immense pressure Gagne is exerting on his opponent's arm. While the audience marvels at Gagne's technique, a lot of people are preoccupied with the tremendous pressure I place on my son. I admit, while observing from the rafters, I couldn't help but think to myself, "There you go, son. Mess it up once again." Can you believe my son actually worked for Vince McMahon? Unbelievable. I had higher expectations for someone with the Gagne name. He's a constant letdown, always leaving me disappointed when I wake up every day. In the squared circle, Ventura executed a curious sequence. He attempted a brainbuster, a maneuver expected of a seasoned wrestler, but it was followed by a mundane elbow drop. The impact was minimal, leaving me puzzled by the deafening scream that erupted from Gagne's mouth. His vocalizations resembled those of an unwilling recipient of an impromptu enema. I couldn't fathom why such a rudimentary move generated such a dramatic reaction. Gagne. Screams filled the arena, reminiscent of a frantic Korean convenience store owner during the chaos of the Los Angeles riots. As the match progressed, Ventura lunged for a long tag, prompting Greg and Jim to bounce on the ropes in a synchronized display of anticipation. The momentum caused Ventura to stumble back into the ring, while Jesse scrambled to reach for the apron. Out of nowhere, Patera unleashed a powerful throw, hurling Jim Brunzell across the canvas with such force that it left us stunned. Patera capitalized on the opportunity and went for the cover, only to be met with a resilient kick-out at the count of 2. I can't help but wonder, with a heavy heart, why my son seems so slight and frail. I had always hoped he would inherit my athletic prowess, but alas, he appears more like a lanky field goal specialist amidst a team of robust running backs. It's perplexing, truly, as I find myself questioning my own actions and decisions. What could I have done differently to ensure that he inherited my robust physique? Alas, the mysteries of genetics continue to elude me. In the realm of professional wrestling, there exists a certain wrestler who stands out not for his prowess or athleticism, but for his apparent lack of belonging. It's not a matter of size, as diminutive wrestlers like Rey Mysterio have proven themselves capable of greatness. Rather, it's something in his physique, a certain lack of definition in his shoulders, that sets him apart. He possesses an abundance of energy, yet he seems to lack the finesse and psychological understanding required to ascend to the highest echelons of the sport. In a tag team match, the wrestler finds himself outmatched against seasoned veterans. He struggles to break free from the sleeper hold, and his attempts to fight back seem frantic and uncoordinated. The match descends into a chaotic brawl, with wrestlers flailing and bodies flying. Amidst the pandemonium, a vicious assault is unleashed upon him, with opponents taking turns punishing him mercilessly. Finally, a glimmer of hope emerges as he manages to tag in his partner. The momentum shifts and the tide begins to turn in their favor. They fight back with renewed vigor, driving their opponents into the corner and unleashing a flurry of strikes. However, it is short-lived as the opposition regains control, leaving him battered and bruised. The commentary team laments the sight of these grizzled veterans being forced to sell their moves to such an unworthy opponent. The crowd, sensing the injustice, erupts in a chorus of boos. It's a bittersweet moment where the skill and experience of the veterans are overshadowed by the overwhelming disadvantage faced by their hapless opponent. In a bizarre turn of events, Ron Trongard unexpectedly interjected with the enigmatic phrase, "Monkey see, monkey do," without providing any context or explanation, leaving everyone utterly perplexed. Meanwhile, the main announcer seemed to be in a state of disorientation, prompting concerns that he might be experiencing an altered state of mind. As the action intensified, Ventura found himself trapped in a corner, becoming the target of relentless attacks from all 3 opponents. Lanza attempted to join the fray, but Martel skillfully evaded his grasp and made a swift tag to Jim Brunzell. Brunzell unleashed a flurry of offense, executing a hip toss and a dropkick before applying the Indian deathlock. Patera intervened by dropping an elbow, causing the hold to be broken. Chaos erupted as a Pier 6 brawl ensued, with Bobby Heenan inexplicably scrambling around on the apron, searching frantically for something amidst his pants. Brunzell seized the opportunity to grab Heenan by the lapel and deliver 2 stinging blows, sending Heenan tumbling to the mat. Patera attempted to come to Heenan's aid, but was met with a backdrop and a dropkick from Brunzell, who then transitioned into a single-leg figure 4. The situation took a dramatic turn when Ken Patera retrieved a hidden gimmick from Heenan's pants and used it to strike Brunzell, incapacitating him and securing the victory with a 1, 2, 3 count. This unexpected turn of events left the crowd stunned and questioning the integrity of the contest. In a whirlwind of chaos and high-energy action, Black Lanza, Jesse Ventura, and Ken Patera emerged victorious against Rick Martel and the Highflyers, securing victory in just 17 minutes and 3 seconds. The tension was electric as the referee meticulously searched Ken Patera for any concealed foreign object, but to no avail. Even Bobby Heenan vehemently denied any involvement. Suddenly, like a raging storm, a second Pier 6 brawl erupted, sending the heels scrambling out of the ring in a desperate attempt to escape the wrath of their adversaries. Gagne, with unyielding determination, rammed Bobby Heenan into the corner, adding to the chaos and pandemonium that had engulfed St. Paul. Drinks flew through the air, creating a scene of utter mayhem. While one might instinctively recoil at the spectacle, there is an undeniable allure to the post-fight frenzy, a sense of intrigue that captivates the viewer. It's as if the audience is drawn into a detective story, piecing together the clues and searching for the culprit amidst the chaos. The very essence of this post-fight chaos feels authentic, evoking a sense of genuine investigation and suspense. Unlike the predictable retribution often seen in modern wrestling, the perpetrators vanished like thieves in the night, leaving behind a trail of questions and a lingering sense of mystery. In today's wrestling world, the heels would likely be forced to face their consequences immediately, their comeuppance served swiftly and decisively. However, in this instance, their escape adds another layer of intrigue and leaves the viewer yearning for resolution, a desire to uncover the truth and expose the guilty party. It was a masterful blend of old-school formulaic style and innovative techniques that kept the audience spellbound.